Hey, we're all looking for experts in whatever they do, but when you're talking to plumbing, you better have an expert. We've got a master plumber here. Stay tuned, everybody. This is going to help out all those homeowners. Giddy up. Welcome back, everyone, to Your Little Castle Show. Like my new garb, I got some new fantabulous swag here, but they brought a nice red shirt, and you can see it's got the name right here, SOTAC Plumbing Services. Right. Welcome to the studio, Cody Salins.
Yes, there
Did
it
I
is.
get it right that time?
You got it.
Sal
got it.
and Lens. All right, we got it. But Cody's been doing this for quite a while, and is a master plumber. If you understand some of the terminology, I don't know exactly what that means, but I've heard the term. I'm like, "Are you a master plumber?" He's like, "Yeah." And that we talked about that offset. We got our production coordinator over here. She said that's important to realize. And I thought, once you got it, you got it. But it's continuing education. You
Absolutely.
continue to keep that master certificate, I guess.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, it's a very rigorous process. To become a master. I mean, it's a test that isn't for everybody. I mean, you have to. It's a drawing. It's a lot of stuff that you have to know to get there. But here nor there, it's yes, and it's a continued education process. I mean, any plumbing contractor has to continue their education because codes change and systems change. I mean, you get technology now that you got shower valves that are off electronic dials. So you're always keeping up with the new technology, the old technology that people used to have, trying to make sure that it's right, and new systems, new codes, new standards to work by.
And all of the technology that integrates Bluetooth and hey, can you get
start my
Bixby,
shower?
turn on my shower.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's insane the technology that's out there now.
And keeping up with all of that, man. Okay, so I'll just stay here as a little video guy producing this kind of stuff, and once we got our systems in place. But yeah, I mean, AI technology, it's all coming. Watch out.
Yeah.
But you're always going to need a plumber. Well, tell me that with that? There's a lot of mistakes that somebody can make with regard to having a repair or a new installation or an update or a new build.
Yeah.
What's the biggest mistake you see that the average homeowner makes when they're dealing with plumbing issues?
The biggest mistake is not asking questions. A customer that doesn't ask questions can be lost. When you don't know what you're getting, I always tell customers, is there anything you want to know? Because I will tell it to you. There's maybe something in the wall that you don't understand or why things are done the way they're done. Some people don't know, they just live that lifestyle, but we spend the time to explain it to customers so that they feel, what's a good word?
Informed and
Thank you.
Understand
Yes,
what's going
absolutely.
on. Yeah, I mean, how often? I didn't understand some of the stuff that was going on. All of a sudden, we heard this sucking sound, and then the guy goes, "Who installed that?" Well, our handyman installed it, and he did not vent it.
Yes.
And so, but you got to have air allows for the flow, and I don't know how you install that, but I learned quickly a little bit about it. But if I had known to ask those questions beforehand, if I would have asked those questions beforehand,
Sure,
then maybe we'd have circumvented some issues. But we had somebody staying there, and they're going, the water's not working, or whatever the issue was. Yeah. But that's why you were willing to answer the questions people have, make sure they understand what's going on.
and again, you brought a good point up. A handyman. There's a ton of them. They're great at what they do, but there's a certain level of where things can be balanced at especially with plumbing. I mean, plumbing is such a crucial part of your home. It's important that it gets done properly. Fixing a repair is one thing, but man, it can really damage your home.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking about of all the problems we've dealt with, and I'm helping my mom. Dad went to heaven, and I said, first big problem we had to get this one. Oh boy! So we get a call, and we got that negative 42 temperature we had like 5 years ago. Remember that? 7 years ago? It's been a while now. But neighbor calls us, and this is in Fayette. We're in St. Louis, and they said, "You've got a pile of ice in your front yard because the pipe blew on the second floor, and it's flooded the whole first floor, flooded the floor of the second floor, and ice had formed on the outside."
Yeah.
So there's the first big plumbing. Now, thank goodness we had good insurance. My mom paid up on the homeowner's insurance, so they had now fix everything. And even since we had stuff replaced, And I guess it's a lot of the drainage pipes. And you get into older properties, is that where
Yeah.
you really have to start worrying about drainage and some of these old clay pipes?
Yeah.
And now we're having to have guys go down and dig. So he had to go 100 feet down the pipe to get this thing to drainage because it was backing up and the toilet was backing up inside.
Sure. Yeah.
What are some of the issues you deal with like that?
Yeah, I mean, you get some of these 100-year-old homes, and they have cast iron underground in the basement that then transitions to clay outside, and those connections aren't sealed tight. You get root intrusion from big tree, 100, 200-year-old trees
Right.
that need to drink water, you know,
Right.
and
They're going
they're gonna find it. They will. And with that old technology of clay pipes and cast iron, there's intrusion access points. So those roots can get in through those joints and find that water, and before you know it, your entire sewer line is full of roots. And that's a big contender in backups, especially outside the home, that end up flooding your entire basement, first floor, second floor. It's endless.
Yeah, it ends up being the toilet paper backs up then because the roots are all kind of creating a web. Is that what happens?
Exactly,
Right there? So
yes.
we had some intruders, everybody. With
Some white
roots from the trees that were coming around. Yeah, and the
right.
house is an old house, so there's trees that are as old
Yeah.
as the house, and so the roots will find a way. They're going to get to their water,
Absolutely.
and they'll go through. Interesting how that works. Well, with that, you do both residential and commercial. What do you like about
yes.
each? And
So
how
I
much
mean,
of each do you think?
our business sits about I would say we're about 80% residential and 20% commercial. We have a few commercial customers that we rely on their service, and obviously it's the relationship that we've built with them. But we are growing towards the commercial end as well, maintenance agreements, certain things like that. But we're a service provider, so you don't see us in new construction builds. You see us in repairs and maintenance, and that's what we strive to make sure homeowners know what's going on, and business owners as well, that to keep their systems up to par, to make sure that they operate properly so they don't have issues in the long term.
Yeah, both are equally important because now you're talking about somebody's home where they reside and they've got the kids, and all of a sudden they can't turn on the faucet or the hot water's not there. And
Right.
how often is it a hot water heater problem?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I just had 3 calls yesterday that had to deal with hot water heaters. Heaters go bad. I mean, they're old. That main thing is people don't maintain them.
Okay.
They're ignorant to it. They don't know. Nobody tells homeowners, hey, you're supposed to drain your heater once a year to maintain it. I bet 90% of our homeowners don't know that. And it's a simple process, but at the same time, it can really drop the value and the length of the lifespan of your water heater.
Okay. Yeah, and if anybody's ever woken up and they don't have hot water. Now, I've only had the issue once, and my house is 24 years old now, so maybe I should do some maintenance. But what I had done is I filled my hot tub, and I wanted it to be hot as fast as it could be, so I put
Sure.
all the hot water, and I drained the hot water.
Oh, boy.
And then had no hot water left, and it takes a half hour, 15 20
Yeah,
minutes. But,
depending on the heater and the size, it'll vary. But yeah, if you have a gas over electric, I mean, there's so many variables that can change how fast you get hot water. If you want a tankless water heater, you'll have endless hot water.
There, yeah,
But it's very
tankless.
important to maintain it because it's a different process. Tankless is a
I
different
took
game.
the big old gallon tub of a pot that I cooked in and put some water in it, heated it up, and then I had some warm water to just wash my hair.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the hillbilly way of doing things. I grew up in Fenton, so we made things happen that way.
What are you
But,
saying about Fenton?
That's the way you got it done. Is what I'm
That's
saying.
right,
You found
that's
a way.
right, you do.
But the Fenton used to be like the people were like, you live in Fenton. That's now Fenton's
Wild, Wild West.
suburb. Well, back when I grew up, yes, we had water in Winterfell. Now my grade school only went to 6th grade, but that's another story.
Sure.
Now they have 7th and 8th.
Yeah.
On from there, but yes, Fenton's a great town. I grew up there. I love it. So that's what we have a lot of fun there. But yes, get the proper heating and water and installation and boy, now everything's gone. Is it gone from copper to now everything's gone to PVC?
To PEX, yeah. And there's still copper homes. There's still a lot of copper homes, and we still get some old. I mean, like I said, 100-year-old homes that have galvanized pipes.
Oh, wow.
And you transition out of those homes. You change from galvanized to copper or galvanized to PEX to help prolong the life of that system. But it's definitely changed from copper to PEX. It's been a lot easier. Again, it takes some of the craftsmanship out of it, which we strive on. So if we can use copper, we will. It is a great product.
Now, what is the big benefit of copper versus PEX PVC?
Man, that's a hard question because copper. I mean, it's been around forever. It's
Will it
been
last a lot longer?
in the right or the right circumstances, it will.
Okay.
It's if it's installed properly, like anything, it'll last forever.
Okay.
Which is again what we strive for is proper installation. There's so many people that'll slap stuff in and call it a day. I mean, you can do that with PEX, even worse now.
Yeah.
You just run it through the walls and it doesn't care how it looks. And it's like, yeah, but it can matter down the road. So it's very important to make sure it's installed properly.
Okay, because I thought everything gone to PEX, but you're saying there's still a lot of people who want copper. Okay. What do you like about the St. Louis area? Working this market, lots of good business here, lots of good people.
Yeah, there are a lot of great people. I grew up in South County in Oakville, and obviously had a great upbringing. Tons of people that support us, just good people. I mean, everybody knows everybody. So first question is where'd you go to high school,
right,
and so on and so forth. So it's a good town to be in. I wouldn't move if I could. It's just a great place to be.
Yeah, St. Louis has got so much of the. I had a discussion recently when they said, "Oh yeah, we've gone to other cities and other places, and the people there are just mean compared to what they are in St. Louis."
Right.
But St. Louis has just got that good old boy kind of get to know everybody. It's the biggest town in the country. They say.
Yeah, biggest small town.
Biggest small town.
Yeah.
But so it's got a lot to offer here and a great community for people. Tell me a time though when you've had a client where you really kind of had to go out of your way to help somebody. And they were in a tough situation. But
man!
All right, we're going to take care of this.
Yeah, where do I start? I mean, there's always an emergency, and that's
right.
That's where we always try to make sure we take care of everybody. Most recent I can think of, there was a big storm that was coming, and the homeowner had a backed up sewer line. We got it open for them, but they also had a collapsed line. Well, this system was in the city, and they have a combination water and sewer main. So all your storm drains go into the sanitary as well. And if it rains, it could back up your home.
Right.
So we were able to get out there, break up the concrete, fix the problem all before the storm came. And I mean, they couldn't have been happier. And that made our day, to know that they could have all their stuff in their basement not be ruined again,
Wow, yeah, there's a little pressure there when a storm's coming. You're going, okay, how do we?
You never know in St. Louis.
That's what we talk about. Yeah, if you don't like the weather in St. Louis, wait 15 minutes; it'll change. You can wake up, it's 35 degrees. In the afternoon, it's 75.
That's right.
And sunny and nice. But that's and that impacts a lot of stuff, and especially when you've got underground, the drainage and all those kinds of things.
Absolutely.
And the frozen pipes that we talked about.
Yes.
These are not fun things. I had a pipe freeze one time in my garage, and I found out later it's because the insulation's not as much in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and all of a sudden I'm hearing this. Where's that coming from? Shut down the water of the house, and we poked in one hole. We were wrong. And we're like, oh, it's further down away. Hey, but we fixed it. And boy, was that a hassle. Something to get the right plumbing people to do that. We had a guy that helped us who did a great job. But right here on our set today, we've got an expert that does a great job. So get a hold of Cody Salins.
Nailed it.
I say it. He's the owner and operator of SOTAC. Plumbing. Let me put the whole title up there the right way so people can. There it is. SOTAC Plumbing Services. Quality meets craftsmanship in plumbing. TheSOTACco.com. You can see that right there, everybody. Do a Google search. You'll find them. They got a lot of great reviews. The reviews were impressive. If you missed that first show, everybody, check it out. There's a lot of great information there that Cody shares, and he's really respected in the community. Does a lot of good stuff. And he's got a great support team here, making sure that everything gets done. And 4 beautiful young ladies to help.
Yes.
Including his wife and 3 daughters. So with that, what's a big challenge you've had to overcome as a business owner? Somebody who's been through this a little bit now. You can see, well, I saw that coming. I didn't see that coming. But it made you stronger.
Under the fluctuating market of materials really is a tough one. Okay. After COVID, my business didn't start till after COVID, but the prices didn't increase till like a year later.
Yeah.
And then we started seeing this up and down and high increases with tariffs and who knows what reason it was, and you try to give the customer the best price, and that was our biggest thing, is to make sure we give a customer the best price we can for the quality of work, but to also make sure we're not getting hard on the back end too.
You don't want to lose money to help somebody
exactly
get something done. You got to pay the bills too.
Right.
Some people understand this is system where everybody has to win to make it work. And that's good to see. But yeah, prices are changing all the time, and with materials and all those.
It's a constant change.
Constant method there you have there. With that, we're going to share some more of our fun in the community. Check this out. This is my buddy Will. Will Be Inspired. Giddy up. Will Bates, everybody. Will Be Inspired. Tell me about the event you got going on here.
Oh, we got a golf tournament today. Got some people coming out to support our military veterans and first responders. Everything that we raise today goes towards benefiting them, mental and physical health, overall wellness, wellness retreats, outdoor retreats, gym memberships. You think of it, you name it. That's what we do. So this is all to benefit them. I appreciate everybody coming out and taking action. Thank you.
We're at Old Hickory Golf Course. Been here for a number of events. Great crowd here.
Yep.
How many people turn out for this thing so far?
There'll be at least 170 people here.
170 golfers, everybody. All right, if they need the Cardinal Cowboy to give out some free golf lessons, I might be doing that later. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for that.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Giddy up. We'll see you guys. Giddy up.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. By now, we are on ABC 5 times a week. So many businesses are loving what we're doing to help them get their name out there. We'll sit right here in our guest chair, right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you, and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. Takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there's no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. Professional video on your website closes more sales by instantly building trust, clearly explaining complex products, and keeping visitors engaged longer, reducing bounce rate by 34%. It'll help you to gain that credibility, increase engagement, simplify complex tasks, lower your sales friction, and boost your rankings on the search engine. So this is all kind of a no-brainer. See how we've now had over 500 interviews and now almost 250 different business owners. Go to bigleagues.com. That's bigleagues.com. Go to bigleagues.com and get signed up. You can schedule right from there. So there you have it, everybody. Technology has really impacted and changes the way we do things, and so we like to share a little bit about what we can do to help make a difference here. But magnetize your media. Yours truly, Cardinal Cowboy, wrote the introduction here. They said, Cardi, you wrote the first chapter. This is a #1 seller on Amazon. Go pick it up. Magnetize Media, Willie J. and Steve Kidd. And then the forward there, you can see it says by Cardinal Cowboy. And but they said, Cowboy, you'll be the perfect guy to help, because anybody does media, if you've seen me at Cardinal games and all the fun stuff we get to do, it's a lot of fun there. Cardinals are one of the best institutions in the world. Is that the truth, right?
That's right.
All right. And so with that, how has technology changed? How has it been for marketing? How has it been for you? You got websites and social media
Sure.
and all the stuff you use to
Yeah,
grow,
I
help your
mean,
business?
it really does help. It helps speed up the process. Communication with customers, again, which is one of our big drivers. It gives people a spot to send their info over. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. Customers being able to put their email address in, it sends them information right away. Having cell phones now, all those things are great connections to make communication easier for us and the homeowner. So that's technology has been a godsend to any business out there. I think it speeds up the process and helps customers understand it.
Yeah, well, you've talked about how communication was so important too. And these days, the
Absolutely.
communication, you might have got a text reminding you of our meeting today, but these days, you've got to have that technology in place
Sure.
to help communicate and,
Yeah.
and capture the information and make sure you can follow up and make sure you take care of everybody. It
Yeah.
used to be you had somebody on the phones all the time, and now we got all this AI stuff coming in.
Exactly.
And computers are changing it. How has technology impacted the way you do your business? And is there any kind of technology that you got the laser pointers and all? What are some of
Sure.
the things you use technology-wise?
Yeah,
in the process of
just
servicing?
even from our ProPress, they go from soldering to ProPress now. ProPress is a new tool that speeds up the process of installation. You have lasers that help keep lines straight. You're not dropping a plumb bob anymore, taking 20,000 measurements just to make sure you're spot on. Which again, when you're trying to be a craftsman in your trade, all those numbers come into play, and lasers help all that. Not only that, you have measuring tools that are able to measure with a laser. I mean, the technology out there is just amazing, but you got to keep up with it.
Yeah, the 20 years you've been involved with this, you've probably seen some pretty big innovations that have made a lot of difference.
Absolutely,
What's the new
absolutely.
press? What'd you call it?
Yeah, it's called ProPress. And again, they do that. There's ProPress, there's MegaPress. I mean, they have it to where it's a crimped fitting with an O-ring that seals that water from leaking out of it, as opposed to before where you had to clean and prep a piece of copper for soldering a joint.
Right.
Now they press it, and the man who invented it is a genius. Over the years, the technology with it has even gotten better, faster, smoother, and it does the job great. You can plumb a house in a day or two, where before you're soldering each joint, and you can only let the solder sit for a little bit before it's bad, and you got to take it out and redo it all. So it really speeds up the process, which helps staying on track on jobs and keeping the customers ahead of schedule on their projects.
Yeah, I know when you're building a house in particular, there's a lot of things that are timed to get everything put in place and coordinated. And even so, when you have a repair, you don't want to have to spend the whole time tearing out a bunch of stuff. You can swap it over and change it to this new technology. It makes it a little easier, quicker.
Absolutely.
And probably better quality overall, too.
Sure, absolutely.
Good stuff. Well, that's what we talk about with technology. What are some of the mistakes you see other people make when they're another company might say, oh, well, you need the whole big deal here. What are some of the things some of the mistakes you'll see that don't let your customers get into?
Make sure you get a couple prices. Don't take the cheapest price.
Okay.
That there's always something that they're
missing.
leaving out.
Okay.
I really strive on meeting your contractor, talking to them, asking questions, making sure that they are answering the questions you have. Really just, if you can relate with the contractor, I think you're going to be better off than a guy that comes in and just shoots you a number. Don't take the most expensive one, but make sure that you're asking questions that help you understand the process of the job.
Yeah, I mean, how often do we end up with we don't understand what's going on here? We just want to make a quick decision and we don't realize what's going on behind the scenes. That's why I like to be there too. And if that means I have to drive down to the property or be there or have somebody on site, gosh, it's better to be face to face. I like your approach.
Absolutely.
There. That's important. Well, tell me the process for somebody to hire you. Obviously, somebody sees this, they're going to go, all right,
Yeah, I mean,
Cody knows what he's doing here.
obviously
Tell me a little
you
more.
have our phone number on the screen here, but on our website you can go to the Schedule Now button. If you click on that, then it'll bring up a little queue, which will let you fill out your name, your email address, phone number, your address of your residence, and then what we can do to help you. Usually within the 24 hours of when you do that, we will reach out. If for some reason you need something sooner, give us a call. I will answer the phone right then and there. So,
You're the guy answering the phone.
yes, sir.
So they're going to talk to a master plumber when they get that phone call, by the
That's
way.
right.
Everybody. That's pretty nice to be able to have somebody on the phone right there say, what do I do? I've got this crisis right now. And you talk to a master plumber. And very often you're giving some people a few tips over the phone.
Yeah,
Try to help
absolutely.
alleviate some of the issue.
Well,
right there.
and to like ease their nerves, because a lot of people have an issue, and they think it needs to be fixed right then and there, which it may be. But
Right.
I communicate that. Tell me what's going on. I can usually calm your nerves and help you guide you in the right direction to let you relax a little bit.
Yeah, it's stressful. People, they've got water running or they've got a big problem and they don't know what to do. Or you could say, hey, just turn off the water to the house. They don't, some
Absolutely.
people may not know they can
right.
do that, right?
Or where it's at. We pretty much could tell you anywhere in any home where the water shut off is.
Know where your water shutoff is.
Very important.
If not, Cody can help you to make sure and figure that out. That's an easy way. I've had that happen once. It was stressful, but I knew where it was. It's a quarter turn, right?
That's right. That's it.
And it can circumvent much bigger problems. What's the biggest question, though, that people often have for you? I mean, is it always, I need this fixed right now? What do you hear from people before they decide to...
They ask how much it is, and again, it's a wide range of price. It depends on what the issue is. It could be anything, but really, how can you fix it? What needs to be fixed? How fast can you get to it? Those are the type of questions we get more than anything. But we'll get out there and fix it. That's the thing. We're going to fix it right, and not have to come back for any other issues.
Very important there, everybody, because you don't want to have to get a plumbing job done twice. There can be big problems there. Taking shots at it and putting on little
Band-Aids.
temporary Band-Aids. Yeah,
Yep.
a much bigger problem that you want to have the expert to help figure that out. Been there a few times, especially when you own a couple properties. You're going,
Yeah.
And our handy guy will often say, "Hold on, I'm going to go get Dale."
Right.
And Dale will come out and make sure, but get those experts to do that. As we're finishing up here, a couple of things we'd like to talk about real quickly. But first, what gives you the most satisfaction about what you get to do here?
Customers' excitement for a job well done. We're customer driven. Satisfaction is so important to us, and just making sure that they understand everything. Like there's so many contractors out there that leave customers high and dry. They'll leave them a bill, but they won't explain anything. And then that's where I feel like we stand above and beyond what other contractors do.
Very important. Ultimately, you do enjoy the community. You've got we got 15 seconds left here, but you've got some fur babies, and also the American
do.
Cancer Society.
Yes.
Couple big organizations you like to support.
Yeah. The American Cancer Society is one of the big ones, with having family members who have dealt with cancer and have passed since then. And then also Stray Rescue, very, very important one to us with our two little rescue dogs.
Stay tuned, everybody. Your little cats will get.